Menopause weight loss, how to go from 218 to 180. Save this video because I'm going to explain step by step what you need to do to start seeing results in menopause. The first thing you need to learn how to calculate your maintenance calories. Once you learn this, now you can go into a proper calorie deficit and start losing fat. You find your maintenance by taking 1 to 2 weeks of tracking everything you eat correctly while using a food scale. Once you find that maintenance, then you go into a deficit, you decrease those calories, now you're in a new calorie budget. Once you learn this, you can lose up to about half a pound to a pound of fat per week. Macros, you need protein to help you maintain and build muscle. You need carbohydrates for energy and also to replenish glycogen in the muscles from weightlifting, and you need fats for hormones. Next, you need an exercise plan that's progressive overload so you can build muscle while you're losing body fat. This is going to depend on your schedule. You also need to get an adequate amount of steps and mix in some cardio for the health benefits. This is exactly what I taught my client, and this is how she was able to go from 218 to 180 within 6 months in menopause. If you would like help, type the word ready in the comments. Menopause and you've struggled to lose weight and you've tried everything else, this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through how I took my client from 175 to 145 and exactly what to do, and this will be step by step. So number one, time-wise, and this is where you guys have to be realistic. Time-wise, this actually took 6 months, right? And the reason this took 6 months is because we focused on her losing fat, not just water weight, and definitely not muscle. We wanted to maintain muscle. Healthy weight loss, like I told my client, is 1 to 2 pounds of fat per week and 4 to 8 pounds of fat per month. That's why this took about 6 months. We did it the right way. As far as calories, this is very important. I taught her how to find what's known as her maintenance calories. For those of you who don't know what maintenance calories are, those are the amount of calories from food that keeps you at a current weight. We used the food scale. I taught her how to track correctly. We did that for an entire week, and we found her maintenance calories, 1,950 calories per day. I told her, I said, look, we have your maintenance, and now we need to go into what's called a calorie deficit. So I took her calories down to just 1,650. Now, as far as protein, initially, she didn't have an appetite because she was not active. So I started her off with just 120 per day. That's where we started. Now, mind you, one of her goals was to build muscle. So that's going to require more protein over time. So by the time the program was over, I got her up to about 150 grams per day because her appetite increased, because her metabolism increased. Now, as far as weight training, initially she started off 1 time a week. Because she wasn't consistent with the weightlifting, I said, look, if you want to build muscle, you're going to have to lift more. So I ended up, by the time the program was over, she was lifting weights 4 times a week, and we did a split routine. Now, as far as steps, initially she was sedentary. So she was only getting about 5,000, and that was on a good day. I said, look, on the days we lift weights, I don't care how many steps you get because the priority is building muscle. On the days you're not lifting weights, I want minimum 8,000 steps per day. And this is what we did. And we stayed consistent for the 6 months. I was able to get her to 145 pounds. And now she's at a point where she can maintain this as a lifestyle. This is the name of the game. Now, for a lot of you, you're not going to see the results quickly. But if you do things the right way and stay consistent, you will reach your goal.